Well, let me just start off by saying happy Labor Day. I know it's not Labor Day when you're watching this video, but it's currently Labor Day for us. Here we are making a video for you guys, living our best life. I'm not complaining. I actually do love what I do. So you don't really need a day off. You don't even need a holiday. But anyway, happy Labor Day, everybody. We are focusing in on new and rare. These are all things that have never been on our website before. We're actually releasing all these products as soon as this video posts. So you guys can go check them out on the website. They'll be live if you're watching this video early. If somehow they saw it really quick, then you won't get an opportunity to get them. But these are all brand new to our website. We've never had them before. They've already cleared our quarantine process. And so today I'm gonna walk you through and show you all of those fish. If you guys didn't know me, my name is Rob. I'm the owner here at Flipaquatics, and we're starting off this new and rare tour with some Cories. So this is row A, so it just makes sense to start here. These guys are the rust Cory. I know that their colors don't look phenomenal, so you're gonna have to trust me on this. Em's probably gonna do some overlays. Hopefully she has some really good pictures of these guys. But these are a rust Cory, or I think it's Robates Corydoris. Don't ever quote me on scientific names because I'm not great at pronouncing them. But we got these in. They've been here for about 3 weeks now, doing really, really good. Haven't had any issues with them as far as care goes, same as all of our other Cories. So pretty spectacular Cory, super cool. Definitely one that is unique if you're looking for something a little different. So this next Cory is one that is highly, highly requested. Our good friend Jason over at Primetime Aquatics, shout out to him. He's been telling us for years, he's like, guys, you have to get this Cory. Everyone loves it, everyone wants it. People have reached out to us, have requested it. We finally got it in. This is the Adolphos Cory, or again, do not quote me on the scientific name, but Adolphoi, I don't know, something like that. But these guys are absolutely gorgeous. And even though they're in a clear tank with no substrate, no black background, their color is still phenomenal. They have like the bandit eye with the black streak down their back. Just a beautiful Cory. Again, all of our Cories get the same treatment. These guys have gone through the same amount of quarantine as the rust Cories, so they're going on 3 weeks plus of quarantine at this point. And they look good. We've had no issues with them. We always deworm and stuff like that. So these guys are super healthy. They look great. Now this one is a little bit more expensive. They're not cheap to import, let me tell you. They're one of our more expensive Cories to import, but an extremely, extremely beautiful and unique Cory that I guess a ton of people requested. So hey, we got it just for you guys. Next up, we got a Gourami, which Gouramis are always just a favorite of mine. They're just like a big derpy fish almost. And maybe that's unfair to say. I don't think they're offended though. These guys, we got them in on a whim and we didn't know what they were gonna look like. These are the sunset thick lip Gouramis. And I'm actually extremely impressed with how they came in and the colors that they look, because they have like the almost yellow sunsetty look on the edges of their fins. And they just have really pretty color. And they should stay relatively small. I wouldn't think they get any bigger than like 4 inches. Again, do your own research and make sure you know, but just a super, super pretty Gourami. And again, like, I'm all about derpy fish, like having like a fish that just gets along with everybody and is just peaceful. And Gouramis are that for me. Towards the end of the video, if we have time, I'll show you another Gourami that we got in. This one we've had before, but we haven't had in a super, super, super long time. And so we're really excited about those. Those aren't gonna release in time, so maybe we'll skip over them. But anyway, stay tuned to the end of the video. Maybe we'll show you, maybe we won't. But these guys definitely blew my expectations, and just, it's a pretty one. This one's doing the, that's gonna become a meme, I know it. Shouldn't have done it, I regret it already. But anyway, super, super cool fish. One of our most popular fish here is not this guy, but it's very similar. It's a peacock goby, or peacock gudgeon, whatever you wanna call it. Super, super cool fish, predatory. So you need to make sure to be feeding it live Daphnia, things like that. And or frozen food. We feed it live Daphnia. We do give it some frozen food, but these guys are very, very similar to that. These are the Empire gudgeon, or the Empire goby. And you're gonna look at these ones, and my initial thought was, wow, these are actually not that cool. But they're just not colored up. And when they get to adulthood, they start getting that really pretty color. I think it's like a red or orange maybe in their color. Again, I'm colorblind, so I don't get shades very well, but they do get a very pretty color. And we'll overlay some stuff in the video. They're super skittish just because it's dark in their tank and they can hide. So like they all keep peeking out and they're like, who is this guy? But these are the same fish pretty much over here. And these are peacock gobies. And these guys have been here for a lot longer. They've been here for about 2 to 3 months. Those guys have been here for 3 weeks or 4 weeks at this point. And these guys are already used to it. So like no problem at all. They come right up to the front of the glass. So those guys just need more time to get stabilized and more familiar with people. But if you love peacock gobies and you've been like, I've had those before, Empire gudgeons, definitely got to try those out because they're just a different take, different color, look really cool. Listen, you're going to look at these and you're going to be like, okay. But I'm telling you, still cool fish. These are the Norman's lampi. These are like a killifish / rice fish, big blue eye. And again, nothing to like, you know, you're not gonna like walk into a pet store and be like, oh my God, this is the fish. This is the fish. But if you're looking for a breeding project, if you're looking for something that's somewhat unique, something that you could keep outside in a patio pond, you know, if you live in the Northeast or Northern United States, probably wouldn't leave them out in the winter all year long, but definitely one that's like, you know, like a minnow almost, like gonna spawn fairly easy, gonna lay some eggs. I've never personally bred them, but they do have some pretty colors in their fins, so like you can get some pretty colors, but definitely a unique one. Again, the reason we brought these in is because a lot of people request them. And I mean, this isn't something I would set up a tank for, but that's just me. I mean, maybe if I wanted to breed them, they're different. I mean, tons of people like rice fish right now, and there's some pretty ones, but there's also some ones that aren't pretty. But I guess it's the same thing. Like I love shrimp, so like I would keep every color of shrimp, and there's one that has like a slight different pattern. I would want it, and some people would be like, yeah, just get in a mono shrimp. You know what I mean? And so beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I think these are definitely cool. I think they're unique. They're just a little plain looking, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. And these guys are younger, so they're not like full grown yet. So I imagine they would get better color, especially if you put them in like a dark substrate, dark background, things like that. But Norman's lampi, got another one. I'm not even gonna try. I'm gonna try to do this one, but don't judge me. Thutton Jet Stone Loach. That's what I'm going with. These guys are super unique. I've never seen them on our list before. They were a new addition when we were ordering from Singapore, and we're like, oh, like, hey, you know, we love loaches. Let's try them out. Super pretty. Very cool patterns, super unique, very friendly. They got like a really cute face. And so, so if you guys are like me and like love loaches, now there's a couple imposters in here, so you have to ignore those. There's like, I see 3 of the same type of fish, 4 that isn't a Thutton Jet Stone Loach, but just a really cool loach. I think their max size was 3 inches. Again, this is the first time us getting them in. We've had them for about a month now. So this is going on 4 weeks of having them. And so I haven't had a ton of like firsthand experience other than the month that we've been keeping them. But as far as feed, they accept, you know, our pellet food, our flake food. You know, if we fed them frozen food, they accept that. So they're not picky. Their tank is super clean, which means they devour whatever we put in there. And we've lost none of them. Don't quote me on that. We may have lost like 1 or 2. But this is a fish that has done really good for us, and we're excited to offer it just because it's unique, it's different. I'm not sure the price point yet, just because I need to add it to the website and stuff. We haven't done that, but it will release tomorrow. If you guys are really interested in these, check them out down below. We're gonna put all the links for every fish that we're talking about down the link below. So I'm just gonna sneak this one in. This one is not new. It's not a new product. It's not new and rare, but we're next to it, and I can't not talk about these guys. These are the red chin killifish. They're panchaks, red chin panchaks. But these are on our website. They're a little bit more pricey, but I mean, just look at them. They're absolutely stunning. This killifish type. And you know, we keep them all together, which you're not supposed to keep males and females together. These guys do completely fine in a colony setup, but that doesn't mean that like you can actually breed them in a colony setup. So do your own research, but we're just keeping them in a 20-gallon tank. They're doing great. And I was just sitting here looking at them while Em was doing some B-roll, and I'm like, my gosh, I can't not talk about these guys because they're so cool. So anyway, just a little bonus I will throw in there, but that's not actually one that we're talking about today. We got one more loach to show you and then 2 other ones. And then that will be it for new and rare for today. All right, last loach, and then we're going to talk about a swordtail, which I know Livebearers, it will be quick, but this swordtail is gorgeous. All right, these guys, I think are the coolest loach I've ever seen. They look like a cherry barb, but in loach form. Like similar markings to a cherry barb, similar in color. I mean, they're gonna be slightly different, but the face is the face of a loach. And they just sit on the bottom and they look so cool. Again, this is one that I've never seen before on the list. We got it at the same time as we got those Jet loaches. Same location. They were just like, they must have like all these new loaches that they're finding or bringing in or breeding. So these guys are so cool. They're tiny. The ones that we have, I want to say these are a little over an inch big, maybe like an inch and a quarter. Again, super easy to care for. We've had like no problems whatsoever. We're just keeping them in 50% tap water, 50% RO water, remineralized with our shrimp GH, and literally 0 problems. So super cool loach, definitely different if you're looking for like a unique rare fish that no one else has, because I personally have never seen these available in the United States. I'm sure there's plenty of people that offer them. I just have never seen them before, and I was really pumped when I saw them on the list. So I was like, I have to have them. So we got them. Look how pretty they are. So this actually isn't a new one. These are red honey gouramis. Although I always think it's weird that they have like a clear tail. I don't get it, but red honey gouramis, we haven't had them in literally forever. And we got in a whole tank of them. They're not even out of quarantine, so these aren't gonna go back into the website. As long as they pass our quarantine process, they wouldn't release until next week, but we'll know more this weekend. We usually decide on like Friday whether they're gonna go back in stock or not. And they've been doing great for us, but you know, 2 weeks is, we try to take that full 2 weeks to know. So these guys are just, I'm excited to have them again because we haven't had them in so long. And so again, not new and rare, but we do have one other one. Plus I'll give you a little update on what's been going on with the new Molly swordtail platy area. We don't spend a ton of time on it, but there's some cool stuff going on over there that I feel like you guys would want to know. So we'll go over there right now. So we're gonna be talking about this swordtail, but before we get there, like this whole section unintentionally is completely filled. And why I say unintentionally is because we did our order. We wanted to order like, I don't know, I want to say it was like 8 tanks of platies, mollies, swordtail, not of each, but like in total. And so we did that and we submitted our order, and we always do like what we do when we import. And this is just a little background on us is, you know, if you can order, let's say a bag quantity is 150, we might say like, hey, we want that same amount of water, but we only want 50 fish in it. That way we ensure that they come in healthy. They're not as stressed out. And so we did that. And so we said, you know, we'll order 1 bag. We want to light pack it, you know, say 50 fish. Well, they saw the 1 bag and they're like, oh, he wants 150 fish, but he wants it light packed. So they put it in 3 bags. So then we got crushed with shipping. And we also got crushed with 3 times. It wasn't 3 times. It was literally double the amount of fish that we wanted. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So this whole section filled up rather quickly. And so instead of having, you know, 1 tank of black lyre tails, we have 2 tanks of black lyre tails. And instead of them being stocked at, you know, 50 fish, they're stocked at, you know, 75 fish. So anyway, we're not talking about these guys, but let me just tell you, most, we might as well talk about them as we're here. Most black lyre tails mollies that I've ever seen are like solid black. These guys are solid black, but all their fins have an orange or red in it. I can't tell which one it is, but it's either orange or red, and they're like lava. I mean, I might just, I'm not gonna do this, but if I was a marketing person that didn't care, I would call these like rare lava black lyre tail mollies because, you know, they're just so stinking cool. So anyway, and we'll get, I'm sure Em can put something in there just so you guys can see them better. But the ones we're actually talking about are these guys. I think these are the coolest fish. So I was trying to look for like, okay, what kind of swordtails can we bring on? These are green swordtails. They're absolutely gorgeous. I think we only have like 2 females though, which is a bum deal. I may, you know what? I really, you guys know me. I love Livebearers, Endlers, love them. Just, I don't know. I'm addicted to Livebearers at the moment. And so everything inside of me wants me to breed these. But I also have literally negative time. Like if you could have negative hours in your day, that's my life. Every day I just have to choose what I'm not gonna do that day. And so, so as much as I wanna breed these, I don't think it makes sense because I have no time. So if you're one of those lucky people that get a male and female, you should breed these because I really want to. And I know a guy that would buy them back off you, and it's this guy right here. So anyway, super, super cool swordtail. I think they're so pretty. Their sword is like a gorgeous color. It's like, again, I'm going based on what I can see. It's like yellow center with black outline and then a green body. So cool, very beautiful. If you guys have never kept a swordtail before, this is where I would start personally. We got to do at least one plant just to show you. So I was gonna pick duckweed just to troll you guys because I love duckweed, but I know most people don't. But I decided not to be that guy. And so what I did want to show you is this guy. If you guys got any guesses. So first of all, it's a crip. It's got these really pretty crinkled leaves. This is a crip flamingo. So these guys are a more expensive crip, but they're super unique, super, I don't want to say they're rare because they're not rare anymore. You can get them in a lot of places, but they're just so beautiful as far as the color goes, and just a unique crip that you just don't see very often. You see a lot of like crip wenti, red, brown, bronze, green, but you don't see this guy super often. So if you guys want something that's super low maintenance, these guys are really easy to keep. You just need to have root tabs, and you could use sand, you could use any kind of substrate. Just put a couple root tabs under there. You don't have to fertilize your tank or anything. And just a really pretty crip. It's gonna it's gonna propagate really easy. So I did have to show you guys one plant, but on that note, you guys, thank you so much for being a part of this little walkthrough this week. Hopefully you enjoyed kind of the new and rare tour. We'll do something a little different next week. Hope you guys had a great Labor Day weekend. I almost said Memorial Day. Hope you guys had a great Labor Day weekend. As always, God bless, and we'll catch you on the flip side.